Salve to Discipuli. This is Magister Buddy with the Stage 33 lesson on the future and the future perfect. First of all, let's do a real quick review about future participles so we don't get them confused with our future verbs. Remember, a participle is an adjective. It started out as a verb, but now it's an adjective, whereas a verb is an action. Examples of the future active participles from the previous stage: the woman about to ride a bike is my mom. It's not saying that the woman is riding a bike. About to ride is simply describing the woman. I saw the man about to cook. Well, it doesn't tell us that the man is cooking. About to cook is just describing the man. The girl about to teach math is my sister. Again, just giving you more information about the girl. Whereas the actual verb will look a little bit different, and it actually tells you what the person is doing. So the woman will ride a bike. The man is going to cook. The girl is about to teach math. All right, here is our chart, all the different categories we know about verbs. We are adding the future and the future perfect tenses. So how do we make future verbs? Well, you take the second principal part, which is the infinitive, and you drop off the RE. Here's where it gets a little tricky. For the first and the second conjugations, you add beau for the first person singular, and then a BI or a BU plus your personal endings. For the third and fourth conjugations, you're going to add an AM to the first person singular, and then you add an E plus your personal endings. This is what the first and second conjugation would look like with our paradigms. So we've got beau, bis, bit, bimis, bitis, bunt. Again, beau, bis, bit, bimis, bitis, bunt. So what I was saying earlier with the beau or the BI and a BU plus your personal endings, that's what this was talking about. For the third conjugation, we've got ace, et, amos, atis, ent. Again, ace, et, amos, atis, ent. So this is one example of where knowing your conjugations will help quite a bit. And then we have the future active of sum. Ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erunt. All right, let's try some practice sentences. Copy down these 4 sentences, underline any modifiers, draw arrows to their antecedents, put parentheses around prep phrases, brackets around dependent clauses, label every word you can, and write out a translation. All right, here we have ad graecium as a prep phrase. Cross is an adverb, and navigabitis is a verb. It's a future verb. The subject is you all because of the tis here. Cross is an adverb that means tomorrow. So this is a clue right here that you're going to be expecting a future verb. So tomorrow, you all will sail to Greece. All right, illa is modifying mercator. Mendax is also going with mercator. So mercator is our subject. Est is a linking verb. Tibi is a dative indirect object. Numquam is an adverb. Pecuniam is a direct object. And redet is a verb. So that merchant is a liar. He will never give money to you. Redet, it would be better translated as return. So he will never give you your money back, or he will never return your money to you. I know that this is future because normally this right here would be an I, but instead it's an E, and that's because it is a third conjugation verb. All right, here we've got a prep phrase, in carcerem. Fuge is a verb, it's an imperative. Milites is a nominative subject. Te, accusative direct object. And then we've got a verb, specifically a future verb. So flee. The soldiers will throw you into prison. Noster is modifying dux. Benignus is modifying wir. We have a relative clause here. Omnes is modifying vos. Qui is referring back to dux. Dux is the subject of the main clause, linking verb. Wir is a subject complement. Qui is the subject within the dependent clause, or relative clause, sorry. Vos is the direct object, and liberabit is the verb, specifically a future verb. Our leader is a kind man who will liberate you all. All right, now on to the future perfect. You take the third principal part, which is the perfect tense, drop the accented I, because that's just the ending for the first person singular. Add the future of sum, with one exception. Ero, eris, erit, erimis, eritis, erint. Notice that this is not erunt. This indicates a future action before another future action. Let's do some more practice. Pause the video, copy down these 4 sentences, do all the same markings, and write out a translation. All right, so we have Epaphroditus, nominative subject, nos, accusative direct object. We've got a future perfect verb here, because this is the third principal part, plus erit. We've got another accusative direct object, and then we've got our normal future verb. So, if Epaphroditus catches us, he will kill me. Diligenter is an adverb. We've got a future perfect verb here because this is the perfect tense. This is the perfect stem, I should say, plus eris, accusative direct object, and then a normal perfect, a future verb, sorry. If you search diligently, you will find the money. Nominative subject, adverb, future perfect, dative indirect object, accusative direct object, and a normal future verb. If the slaves work well, I will give them a reward. Nominative subject, future perfect verb, because this one is a little confusing, but this accented I here means that this is from the third principal part, plus we have ero, and then we've got a normal future here. If I see the soldiers, I will flee. Which actually makes me realize this right here is accusative, it's a direct. So there we go, that's fixed. This right here, the O, letting us know that our subject of this verb is I, forces this ES here into the other option. That can be tricky. All right, Scipuli, remember the future looks different in the first and second declensions conjugations versus the third and fourth conjugations. The future perfect happens before the other future in the sentence. Well, to Scipuli.